Today's movie is Moonfall, the latest effort from auteur filmmaker Roland Emmerich, and the least realistic movie about the moon ever made. That includes Transformers Dark of the Moon, The Adventures of Pluto Nash, and Despicable Me. In this movie, some mysterious force has knocked the moon out of orbit and sent it spiraling down to Earth, causing mass destruction. Together, a group of brave humans must travel into space to, put the moon back. Kids, this is a classic Roland Emmerich picture. In many ways, you know exactly what you're getting into with this. You have your stock Emmerich characters like the divorced loser dad who needs to save the day and reconnect with his family, the kooky conspiracy theorist who turns out to be right about everything, the government leaders who have no imagination and want to solve everything with nuclear bombs,
Nuke 'em. Let's nuke the bastards.
and the stepdad who needs to die horribly so that our hero can get back together with his ex-wife.
Hold on, goddammit, give me your hand! Give me your hand! Reach for it! Help me! Reach for it! Go ahead! Go ahead!
You also have endless scenes of city-destroying carnage, in which millions of people die. Our national landmarks fall down, but the one family we follow makes it out okay, so this whole situation is actually heartwarming. You will also have the worst dialogue to ever be put in a major motion picture that doesn't feature a main character named Mid-Sized Sedan. But even though Moonfall has all of these predictable elements, I was not prepared just for how utterly insane this movie becomes. The premise is already ridiculous, and there's an early plot twist that takes the absurdity to a new level and you start to think that the movie has hit its peak. But no, the craziness just keeps piling on with further developments, and I was left staring at the screen in disbelief. It all builds to a glorious final scene that had me laughing out loud. Now, there was a time in my life when I probably would have given Moonfall a scathing review. But I'm older and wiser, and I just can't get mad at Roland Emmerich movies. Like him or hate him, the man is a visionary, and he has a distinct voice in the world of cinema. Now, people try to do the same thing as him, usually with Gerard Butler in a starring role, but they can't achieve the beautiful wackiness of a true Emmerich picture. He's corrected some of his past flaws, making Moonfall an easier sit than some of his other movies. I appreciated that it was only 2 hours long and wasn't packed with excessive plot lines and characters. I like Independence Day overall, but it did not need to be 2.5 hours long and have a whole subplot about Vivica Fox driving the First Lady around. I don't remember hating 2012, but this was excessive. Overall, kids, in a world of safe, cookie-cutter blockbusters, I'm glad we can have something so out there. No, it's not a masterpiece. I hesitate to even call it good, but it's a good time. Overly ambitious sci-fi films that collapse into silliness are totally my thing, and I've seen knowing more times than I care to admit. And if it's yours too, I say give it a shot. I'll give Moonfall a 6 out of 10. Now, let's talk about our second film of the day. It's Scream 5, but it's just called Scream for some reason. I was surprised to go online and see that people actually like this movie, but I suppose all of you poor lost souls just need me to enlighten you as to why it's actually junk. This will involve spoiling the identity of the killer, so you've been warned. Spoilers in 3, 2, 1. Okay, so, as you may know, the Scream films can all be classified as whodunits, and the audience gets to play along and see if they can guess who the killer is behind the ghost face mask. Unfortunately, the third act reveal of the killer's identity in Scream 5 causes the movie to develop a major plot hole. You see, the killer turns out to be the boyfriend and his accomplice, who is a petite girl named Amber. Their motive is that they are super fans of the Stab franchise, which is the in-movie series of films based on the events of the previous Scream movies. They mention that they are active on Reddit and other online communities. They became so radicalized and wrapped up in their fandom, they decided to start killing people as Ghostface in order to recreate the real-life events that would inspire the next Stab movie. But here's a problem with that, and the big plot hole that I mentioned earlier. If the Ghostface killers were Redditors, wouldn't they look like this?